Hello, my fellow Earthlings. Welcome to FEM, where we discuss all things finance and empowerment. If this is your first time here, welcome. I am so happy to have you here. If this is not your first time here, if you are coming back, welcome. I am so happy to have you here. So, I made a video before about character development. In that video, I talked about 5 qualities that someone with strong character has. In this video, I'm going to talk about another quality that I mentioned in that video. I've already talked about trustworthiness and reliability, so if you have not watched that video, please do so. You can see it in this corner, I believe. If you haven't seen the video on character development itself, I suggest you start there. Go find it. It should be somewhere on this screen, in the ether, in the pixels. Look at the pixels, y'all. Look at the pixels. So this video is going to be on courage. And personally, I think that this is the hardest quality to develop in a person. When it comes to facing fear, there's so much at stake. Whether internally or externally, when it comes to facing fear, it can feel extremely life-threatening to go up against what you are scared of or who you are scared of. I really want to emphasize that for me, courage is not about not having fear, because fear serves a function in the human psyche. It's important to feel fearful in certain situations, because if you don't feel fearful, first of all, you're a psychopath. That's literally what psychopaths experience. They just don't feel fear. But second of all, feeling fear keeps you safe. It's a mechanism that our ancestors used for hundreds of thousands of years in order to stay alive. Fear is not necessarily a bad thing, and it can be used as an indicator to show you what your next step should be. In this video, I want to talk more about how to overcome fear and have the courage to pursue whatever it is that you would like to pursue. As with all of my videos, I will say that everything that I'm about to say comes from my own personal experience and through practices that I myself have implemented in my own life. Everything I say is based on what works for me. That doesn't necessarily mean that what I say will work for you. So please use your discernment to figure out what does. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing that I have done in order to build courage is to explore my fears. Exploring your fears is a good place to start, because it's important to know exactly what it is that you're afraid of. What is it in life that scares you? Is it failure? Is it success? Is it rejection? Is it abandonment? Is it the feeling that you're never going to reach your potential? Is it the fear of dying alone? Is it just simply the idea that you can't handle whatever it is that you are up against? It's important to know exactly where your fear comes from, and even why you developed that fear in the first place in order to be able to overcome it. And then the flip side of that question would be, well, why do you want courage? What is it that you would like to achieve when you have courage? What is it that is on the other side of your fear? What is it that you desire that your fear is keeping you from? Think about these questions and try to answer them honestly and see where that takes you. The second thing that I have tried in my own life that I think works is to practice courage daily. Practice taking a small risk every single day. Make taking risks a habit. And by risk, I don't mean that you need to like run around naked in the middle of the street, or that you need to throw $1,000 into the stock market or something. Risk is very subjective. What might be risky for someone else might not be risky for you. When it comes to taking risk, what you find to be a risk is very personal, and you can decide what that is. But the idea is to start small and practice overcoming your fears. Fear is an entirely different beast. It's not easy to face your fears, and anytime that you do, you deserve quite a bit of congratulations for it. The third thing that I have done to become more courageous is to practice courage in communication. It can feel so stifling to be fearful of saying something to someone because you're afraid of how it will be received, or you're afraid that you'll be rejected because of what you say. Social courage is a quality that a lot of people in this day and age, particularly younger people, are missing and would like to have. So in order to become courageous socially, you have to take the small risks. Put those small ideas out there. Reveal little bits of yourself to the people that you trust the most, and see how they are received. This goes hand in hand too with communicating honestly. Communicating honestly with people around you takes a lot of courage. When you practice communicating with honesty and integrity, you are also practicing moving past fear. So practice telling the truth with people. Practice saying what you mean, saying what you perceive to be true, maybe with fear, but certainly without apology. It is better to speak your truth with your voice trembling than to sit firmly in silence. So practice telling the truth. And then the final thing that I have personally tried in order to become more courageous is to surround myself with courageous people, and to surround myself with people that I feel safe with. If you are in a group of people that, whether unconsciously or consciously, you feel afraid of, and that can be you feel afraid to tell them the truth, you feel afraid to share yourself, to be vulnerable with those people, you feel afraid to express your opinions or ideas or feelings with those people, for whatever reason, then that is not a good environment for you to practice being courageous. Also, too, if you are surrounded by people who are very comfortable living in their fear, who don't take risks at all, who shut down newness or opportunities for growth because they seem scary, you're not gonna grow either. So surround yourself with people that you feel safe with, that you trust, and allow yourself to grow in the safety of that environment before you expand outward into unknown territory. If you feel as though you cannot even be yourself with people that you love and who supposedly love you, then there is a huge disconnect there, and I'm sorry to say it, but you are living in fear. So take a look at your circle. Think about the people who you feel the most open with, who you feel like you can say almost anything around and you will not be judged for it, who you feel like you can express the deepest, most vulnerable parts of yourself with and feel as though that vulnerability is being kept and cherished. And if you don't have those people yet, then that's okay. you can be that person with yourself. Again, you can create an environment in which courage is encouraged. Through your own courage, you might inspire other people to come to you. You might find your people by being that light of courage first. So get out there and be courageous. So that is it for this video. If you liked it, if anything that I said resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and comment. Please tell me what you would like to hear more of. Please tell me what you want to hear next. And if you didn't like this video, comment down below and tell me why. I would love to hear it. I'd love to have a discussion about it. My ears and my heart are open to you all. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.